Company is Crystal Edge Technology Screens. Sorry about that last demonstration. We had some problems out here, but it got squashed quick. As you can see, nobody's out here but me. Problem we had was we had some people over there smoking weed, and usually that stuff messes with my lungs pretty bad. But like I said, we got it addressed and we got it fixed. All right, so today we're doing two 100-inch screens. This is going to the UK for a church. Right now I'm about to finish up the job on here because I'm just about done spraying the screen. Wanted to get this done as fast as possible because, man, it is heating up out here real quick, real fast. And my breathing's pretty good with the heat and all, so that's good. That's one thing. At least I know I can work out in the heat now. As I told you, I take that Symbicort, so that stuff kind of builds up on my lungs. It takes about a year for that stuff to kick in, but when it does, I got to test it out and see what I can get away with and what I can't get away with. So right now we're spraying in the heat, so at least we got no wind. So that's the fantastic thing about it because the screen's not blowing around. So these are two 100-inch screens. They're going over to a church in the UK. Of course, always shipping is always free. Just to let you know, we don't charge them $70 surcharge fee. All shipping is free. This is going to the UK right now. So they requested the black silver. For those who don't know what the black silver screens are, this is a screen that's jet black, but it has a light silver coating across it. It still pulls the contrast levels, but it pulls in a tremendous high white level. This is very important in church. As I said before, contrast is everything. So we're gonna have that dark contrast level, but we're gonna have that nice bright silver to put the screen up, or brighten up a little bit. All right, let me get the mask, get this started. I mean, we're already done, but we're gonna go over it again. I tell you one thing. Oh, that was going to fall over. Sorry about that, people. Oh, it's going to fall over. I'll tell you one thing. God, it's freaking amazing. I'll tell you why. Yesterday, lungs were going crazy. I don't know what happened. What went on? Last place I remember yesterday, I was in the back and I was stringing up the inflatable screen. And I breathed something in. I sneezed a little bit. I'm thinking, okay, it's just the usual crap I breathe in the backyard. But man, whew, talking about feeling like you had an elephant sitting on your chest. So I didn't think I was going to be able to do this. But it rained those 2 days anyway, so I couldn't get the job done. Get up this morning, hit the medication, boom, lungs, pray, First, I always pray before I take my medication. Lungs, boom, pop back on. I'm out there spraying like it never even happened. Tell you, God is good. Had somebody one time, I was on a forum site, oh, it's on Instagram, and I was posting my screens. Of course, the only people who complain about me talking about God, we know who they are. But anyway, I came in, I posted every video demonstration. I always put any channel I go to, God is amazing. And somebody posted, what does God have to do with home theater? Well, that's how I got my business. I got my business. God gave me this business. So that's how I got it. So he has everything to do with home theater. And that's the reason why you're sitting there looking at a black screen, produce those images with that all in wow, in that fully lit environment, something you're not used to seeing every day. All right, we got the projector already fired up because we got 2 of these we just did for the customer. For those of you who ordered, you're being taken care of. Everything is here in here, but you can't see it. We're going to start making the products, getting the process, getting your tracking numbers, getting you taken care of, getting it out the door. So let's fire up this screen right here. Which remote control you got for this one? Okay. Yeah. That's why I told you that. That's what I want to get. I want to get that 8 acres, man. 8 acres, I ain't got to be bothered with nobody. You know. And I try to be that peaceful neighbor at the end of the day. But as I said before, you know, I'm a man. Just like everybody else. Don't push me. Now, as you can see outside, it's clean. Ain't nobody out there. They ain't going to be out there for a while. They're going to be out there for the next couple of days. They ain't going to be out there. I don't try to be that person at the end of the day. I don't want to be that person at the end of the day. I ain't trying to say I'm the biggest and baddest person on the face of the planet. But I know what I'm trained to do at the end of the day. So that's enough said right there. And I don't want to come off to be that kind of person. I want to be that nice neighbor. But, you know, this guy's a really cool dude. He's a real cool guy. So, you know, I went right out in front of him, in front of his house, and had that conversation with him. I'm not going to have that conversation across from the gate. I'm going to go right to your front door. We're going to finish the conversation right from there. And he wasn't nasty. He wasn't rude. He was very, very polite, very, very respectable. That's what I like about him. He's a good neighbor. So, but I don't believe in that talking across the fence nonsense. I'll come to knock on your door and have that conversation with you. We can finish it man to man right there. So 2 ways you can go out. We can fight on the front lawn, or we can talk like men. That's how I was raised. So he's a very polite person, very nice, very respectable, teaches his kids to be very respectable. We just had a miscommunication. That's basically about it. But it all got squashed, and that's the way it is. But right now, they're going to be a little bit on edge. But I don't want them to be on edge. I want them to come outside and check out the screen, see what I'm doing, ask some questions. That's why I rather prefer people who live in my neighborhood to just come on and ask me questions. Come on, man. You know, they consider me to be a strange one on the block. Nobody comes over and asks me jack at all. Period. You know what I mean? Because I don't know what it is. I guess I give up a vibe. I don't know what it is. But the only guy that came down was the guy called Tony. The guy, he was back there at nighttime, was watching the screen. Cool dude. Came down, got a chance to know somebody new in the neighborhood. Another fellow popped down. I talked to him, found out he's a musician. He's also a chef. He makes his own custom homemade barbecue sauce, which I freaking love at the end of the day. Let's make a trade. I'll put a screen in your backyard. You hook me up with a couple gallons of that barbecue sauce. You can barter all day long up here. Yeah, you just got to ask questions, that's all. But they feel like they're disturbing me or whatever, I don't know. But, you know, at least we got that situation, Scotch, but I'm not that kind of person. It's hot outside right now. And right now, you know what I'm thinking about? I know I'm talking. I'm going to go down and get me some PVC piping. I'm going to build myself a freaking lawn chair car wash. Yes, a lawn chair car wash. I'm going to show you how we're going to put that together. And I can sit in my lawn chair car wash while I watch movies. Oh, man, I can't wait to start putting the blueprints together for that one. That's going to be fun. All right. So let's get something on here while Mr. Bird's in here talking. I'm hyped up. That's the only problem. I get hyped up on these situations. I got to learn to calm myself down and relax. All right, so we got the screen set up. Let's get this going. People are like, oh, but you're a Christian. You're not supposed to have... I'm a human being at the end of the day. Guess what? I get mad, I get upset, and yes, I do lose my temper from time to time, but I learn to try to back it down and remember where I stand at in life and what I have to do and how I have to present myself. So, you know, I try to think. And 20 years ago, that would have been a whole nother story. Yeah, it definitely would have been a whole nother story. But no, I've grown and matured, and, you know, I had to go through some things in life, had to learn the hard way about things you don't do and things you don't do, and I'm a different person now. So, you know, we out there and we talked about it and we're good. So I'm hoping some lady gets that wood out of my backyard. Well, he can't take all of it, but some of it, because he does carpentry. All right, let's get some birds up here on the screen. Because I had a few people from my side, and then y'all don't know about them, who said, was there a problem? And I said, there's no problem. We don't have problems out here. Everybody's nice out here. Because they saw the video and they was like, is there a problem? I was like, there's no problem. Everybody out here is nice out here. All right, let's get this going. Yeah, so I just had to explain that part, just what just happened over there. Man, I got an ant in my freaking boot, and I can feel it crawling around in there, but I just don't have the time to get it out of there because I got work to do. It'll die. I didn't change my socks today, so it'll die. I saw somebody question me, man, I'll tell you something, you naysayers are funny at the end of the day. I love you guys, I do. You guys are funny. They asked me, do I walk around the same pair of socks? Do you have any idea how many pairs of socks I own? Quite a lot. I don't even wash my socks. I just basically use them for rags at the end of the day, especially if you get them by bulk. Yeah, I walk around in socks all day. In the backyard, I work in them, everything. Yeah, so yeah, I have multiple pairs of socks. Yes. I know I should wash them out because it's wasting money, but when you get them at a bulk deal, hey. And I love walking around with socks on. As a matter of fact, I should be walking around with socks on right now, so these hot freaking boots. All right, so you can see the screen looks fantastic. As I told you before, this is what we call black silver. Black silver is where the screen still is black, but it has this invisible coating of silver applied to it that allows the screen to generate a very high white level, but at the same time, maintain its contrast levels at the same time. That's what the black silver does. So this is going to be a blackout call for 2 screens up in UK, 2 churches. Gave them a fantastic deal, and we're shipping everything over for free, as we usually do. I love it because they get shocked over that. When they say, well, how much is the shipping? Shipping's free. Wait. It's free. Yeah, it's free. We don't charge anything for shipping. Why not? I mean, you're already spending the money on my technology. Why wouldn't I give you free shipping? No, I'm not going to charge you any surcharges or none of that nonsense, no. Too much money. Try to save my customers some money. So that's the first one we got finished. Now we got the second one. So I can't be that person at the end of the day anyway. I serve God. Can I be going off like that? No. At least the breathing's good. So that's my main concern. When I felt the heat, I was like, oh shoot, how is this going? Because last year, whole nother story, man. Last year was a whole nother story. So that stuff does take a while to kick in, but only that I'm gonna tell you the darn side about it. The bad side about it, you gotta take it like every day for the rest of your life. So bad. Yeah, that's how it works. Birdie. So I'm curious. You buy a bird over here in the United States, a couple $1,000s. You go to a tropical island, they're free. I was supposed to look that up too. I forgot I was supposed to look that up. So what's the difference? I guess because of the shot cell, yeah. I would think the shot cell would be the difference, yeah, if you got a bird from overseas, but how domesticated is that bird over there compared to domesticated to the birds you have in a shop? Toucan will cost you $15,000. But if you go to a tropical island, you'll find a toucan for free. But you can't bring it with you because you can't get it through customs. Because whatever's over there, you have to leave over there. That's a $15,000 bird you're looking at in the tree. People understand when you're looking at birds in tropical islands, they're $15,000, $2,000, $3,000 birds over there. Over here, they charge your arm and leg. Maybe because they got the shots. But what's the difference between a bird here in the U.S. that's already domesticated with shots and a bird over here? If you do give it the shots, is there a difference between the two? Yeah, see, so that's the kind of stuff that pops off in my head. I can be on vacation and literally I'll be up in a tree staring at a bird having that thought because my brain wanders off and I have these interesting conversations with myself. But you don't even think about that. You go to any freaking bird shop, you're going to spend a couple $1,000s for one of these birds. But if you go to a tropical island, they're all over the place. They even land, some of them are domesticated because they're used to the tourists are feeding them. So some will come right on your balcony and you can feed them. Some will even let you pet them because they're domesticated. So that bird is literally free if you can friend it, but you can't take it with you, which is kind of jacked up. But then you come over to the States, you got the same bird over there, but you'll spend $2,000-$3,000 for it. And I had a friend that had a toucan. He spent $15,000 on a bird, and this thing was huge. It was a big, big bird. I mean, eventually, yeah, it's used to basically being around its own species, so basically the vocabulary is only going to go so far, but once around human beings, they're known for picking up the language. You ever seen one speak Spanish and German? I have. They pick up whoever basically is around them, just like if you got guard dogs, if you speak German, that dog knows German. And it's just cool for fun stuff to think about. Once I get to this point where I'm pretty much having these conversations on camera, I'm well past seeing what the screen needs to do. We've already done that. If this screen can pop up and all this light on the 720p projector and produce that image with no problem, we're done. That's it. I gotta look that up. Might consider, yeah, it'd be shots. You definitely have to get shots for your bird. Other than that, nah. All right, let's get something else to watch on here. I love watching birds. I wanted to get a black toucan, but then I realized how long birds live. Birds live for an extremely long time. I think it's like 80 years a bird can live. 4K demonstration.
Getting that from YouTube.
Let's go over here. I was supposed to do a soccer demonstration. I got to get that done. Let's get some pretty flowers over here.
You just hold them and throw them.
Yeah, but sorry you had to see the demonstration. Like I said, little complications. Never had any problems when I was here. You're always going to have a little hiccup there and there. I guess the only gripe they have about me, which I finally heard, which they never say anything, my sound system. So I got a sound system upstairs on the top floor. It's freaking crazy berserk. But I only use it when I do demonstrations and I gotta shut it off. Really never in my backyard as it is. And if I'm outside, I'm usually wearing some kind of headsets or whatever, you know what I mean? Because, you know, try to be respectful to my neighbors. But this is why Mr. Bird needs 8 acres of land. Because the stuff I got is set up to do actual movie theater setups. Again, yeah, it would basically disturb the peace of them quite easily. Quite easily. Mind you, the house is over here detached. So, it ain't like I'm living underneath somebody. They're detached houses. And they still can hear the sound system over there. But they're polite. They don't come over and knock on the door and that stuff. That's the conversation we were having outside. But that's why I need to soundproof the top floor. We got to get some soundproof blankets for the top floor. The sound most likely travels through the windows. The walls not so much because they're concrete and everything. So they're pretty well insulated. But those windows, yeah. So we got to look at some soundproof blankets. And you can see whites are coming up nice and bright as it should be. This is why we do these demonstrations always in fully lit environments, because this is where the church is going to be. It's going to be in a well-lit environment. People have to be to read the scripture when they're in there. Can't be in the dark. All right, let's get that one right there. Let's go over and let's get a 4K snow screensaver.
Getting that from YouTube.
Man, crazy day today, boy. be so fun if we still lived in the era of the gauntlet. No, not the gauntlet, but you know the fact where men used to slap each other in the face with gloves and you had to have a duel. I don't know. I gotta look that up for history. I like to look up history. Stupid history, crazy history. I like to look it up. Who started that? Who literally started that? Going into a room and smacking a man in the face with a glove. Because you know, end of the day, somebody had to go. I mean, come on, that's pretty embarrassing. And everything was about your pride back then. It was all about that pride, that dignity, that respect. When somebody came in with, wow, with a glove, you had no choice. It had to be 10 paces in the beginning of morning with muskets. Yeah, it had to be. And you know people cheated. Come on. You know people cheated. You know people didn't go for the whole 10. No, you know people cheated. I guess your honor would be at stake, but then at the end of the day, I mean, you're alive, so I mean, but anyway, yeah, it's funny. I gotta look that up. This is kind of stuff that I do when I'm off camera. I go up and I just look up crazy stuff on YouTube and figure out who started this, who started that. You know, you want to see a really interesting documentary? Check out the person who developed Kellogg's cornflakes. You'd be surprised. I love this. Let's put a little Van Gogh. We got a white level. Oh, we forgot to do the snow. Let's go back and do the snow real quick. There we go. Let's get our snow in there. We do the snow yet? There we go. Let's get the snow in there. So yeah, when I'm doing these demonstrations where I'm showing off the screen, a lot of people think I'm supposed to be all into the screen. I know what this technology is going to do. We do dozens and dozens and dozens of tests down here. So I know how the screen is going to react. It's not something where I'm going to be like, oh, you know, I got to work. No. We know how it's going to react. Screen technology we designed is designed to both contrast levels, white levels, and color with no problem. So we know how the screen's going to react. It's not like if we're doing a gray screen down here and we got to worry about a contrast level popping up or the environment being too bright because the screen's going to wash out. We don't have that problem. So when you're dealing with a screen that's going to have problems in well-lit environments, it's going to have a problem pulling contrast and color, yeah, your entire attention is going to be zoomed in on that screen to try to explain whatever mishaps are going to pop up in the middle of that demonstration, especially when they're live. So if that was an all gray screen up there, I would have to watch it very carefully. Make sure no contrast code levels don't come up. Maybe it might fade. Maybe we might have too much light in the environment. Maybe the projector might not be calibrated well enough. That's the crap they have to worry about. When you have this technology, we don't worry about this. I can go upstairs and have a bowl of cereal. I couldn't care less what pops on here because it's all going to play with no problem. That's why they have to stand in front of that screen to monitor it. So if a contrast level just happens to boom, pop up randomly, and there's environment and their screen washes out, they got to get control over that. We don't have that issue. So that's why I can sit here calm as can be and have this conversation about birds, the neighbor, and whatever, because I know what the screen's going to do. Why am I worrying about it? I know what the technology is trying to do.
So I only pay for what I need. And I do like.
I watched that when I watched the Elite demonstration. They were talking about the Dark Star 9, and they were just right there, just talking about it. And then the guy pulled up this white sheet of paper and he stuck it against the screen. Really, technically, he should have did that when a contrast level popped up, because the screen would have had a much more of an approval rate. But he did it when the colors were popping up, more white, brighter colors, and that screen almost literally blended a little bit with that white screen. And then he came back and he had to explain that situation that he just did. I'll show you the demonstration. I'll show you where we caught it at in the demonstration. He literally had to explain how the colors and this, that, and the other. They can't walk away from that booth. Anything happens, anything pops up, you're going to have some issues. You think you're going to take a white piece of paper and stick it in the middle of the screen and leave it there and walk away? Heck no. If anything pops up and blends into that, you have somebody saying, well, gee whiz. I mean, why am I going to spend $3,000 for this? I'll just get this instead. There you go. You got to sit there and explain the whole thing. I can just leave whatever on. Doesn't make a difference. It's white level, contrast, whatever. Go upstairs and have a bowl of cereal and come back down. It does its own work. I really don't need to be here, to tell you the truth, honestly. You got to have that confidence level in your product. So we're showing some white levels right here. And it's important while you're watching all this, we're doing all this in a well-lit environment. Let's go bring up, let me see. Oh, I like the Van Gogh, it's nice, I like that one. We know we can pull a Starfield demonstration, that's an easy. Let's grab this one right here. But yeah, I noticed that when I watched the demonstration with Elite Screens and I seen him put that white sheet of paper up there, I was like, well, why would you put it there? I mean, if you're basically going to show an improvement over a white screen, I would have stuck it near a contrast level because you would have definitely had an advantage point there. But it blended right in, and he had to go in there, he had to explain that situation. Like one of my two favorite ones now are the ones with I think it was Projector Central. They were setting up ultra short throw projectors on this display. All the lights were on, of course, because they had to see where they're putting all the cables at. But the minute they went into the showroom, you had these dark little pockets with this LED light around it to try to simulate that they're actually pouring in a well-lit environment, but the entire environment was dark. It was like walking through an aquarium. Aquariums are well-lit, the areas where you walk through were dark. That's what it kind of looked like. And the other elite screen demonstration where they were showing off some expo in a room or something, I guess a hotel room, the camera, when it was walking down the hallway, nice and bright. The minute it gets into the room, it starts fluctuating because it's having a hard time of gathering light. It got dark in there. They had every window blocked, and every projector they were using were either short throw or ultra short throw. That's what they were using. And then they had the lamps tucked behind the back of the screens, and of course all those lamps were on dimmers. Oh, come on. Are you kidding me? How's the hallway lighter than the room you're actually showing off the projector? Black Diamond, another one. Demonstration I saw when they were actually in some expo. Had a 100-inch screen, expensive projector sitting right up on top of everything squeezed into that little tiny 100-inch screen. And then your lights, which you really can't take any credit for, are like 21 feet up over top of you. It's not making any contact with that. And it's ultra short throw, which means your projector is sitting right up on top of the screen, which means your distance throw doesn't even exist anymore. You're right up on top of the screen. Yeah. I would love to give y'all that 720p 1 year swap out. They wouldn't do it. I think the funniest video I saw, they were doing something in this big house, and they had that $50,000 coffee table projector, and everybody was trying to figure out where the projector was, because we didn't see it anywhere in there. We didn't realize it was standing in front of us the whole time. That giant coffee table, $50,000 ultra short throw, 10,000 lumen projector. It was 10,000 lumen, 30 ultra short throw. About couple inches from the screen was the actual projector. Man, that thing better have two handles on the side of it, because my house is burning down. Somebody had better grab the other end. I'm going super Hulk and taking that with me. 50 grand for a projector. So in the demonstration, they had, I don't know if they had a demonstration anymore, but they had a lot of window light here and there. Everything was all done in white, you know what I mean, to give off that, do it in a well-lit environment. But if you looked out the window, you would notice that it was 12 noon because the sun was setting across the street. If it happened early in the morning, there would be 10 times more light in there. But I think that screen would maintain with no problem at 10,000 lumens. They shouldn't have an issue. But anyway, everybody was kind of amazed at the demonstration until they found out how much the projector cost. And then the onslaught of comments started about, what the freak? That's how much? 50 grand? That's a freaking car. Yeah, that pretty much started off the firestorm of on the projector only, on how much it cost. How many people you know are going to spend 50 grand for a projector? There you go. A lot of people are spending $50,000 for a projector. The elitists will, they will spend it. They will spend the $50,000. And then I will come into their room with my 720p projector at 4,000 lumens, outdated 2012, and I will blow this technology out of the water. That's your gray screen right here. We got it over here. Watch this. Sometimes we do demonstrations and the first thing they ask is, what's your projector you're using? Like, you gotta be using something crazy, to get that kind of image in that well-lit environment. No, it's just this Christie projector over here. Oh, the shock and awe on that one. All right, let's grab the other one, throw it over here, because we're done. I am tired. I do not like working out with heat. Did you just say calibrate? No, calibrate my speakers in the theater room today. That's what I gotta do. And that's the only thing I calibrate is my speakers. That's it. No projectors, no. Oh, that's one out of a million like that. Literally one out of a million. I can never understand that. When you're doing some of the most, not even thinking, you will make the most strangest shots you will ever make in your entire life. But the minute you go to the carnival, you're all thumbs. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this on so you guys can watch this. I am going to go grab the other screen and bring it in. What do we got for time? Oh, we're good on time. Let's bring in Skyworth food demonstration.
Getting that from YouTube.
I didn't butcher that. Oh, there it is right there. That's the very video we're looking for. Couldn't find it. That's not going to go well. That just dropped it. All right, we'll let that run. I'm going to go grab the other screen. So the problem they had over there is the fact that they had a white screen, wasn't pulling up, they're having all kinds of issues.
Now you can custom build and order your dream Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, or Ram today in store, completely online. Your custom order takes priority at the factory. You get the exact vehicle that meets your needs. During the Memorial Day sales event, choose a vehicle, add only the options and accessories you need, and none you don't. It's that easy. Build to your exact specification. Your order is our priority. Visit our website to get started. Call us or stop in.
What we got? Oh, we got some little ocean scenery going. Okay, cool, that'll work. Let me see. We got to grab that second screen from outside, and we're done. That's the second screen, already done. Draped over the side. So we got both of them up there. So we're doing that one too. That one's finished. I gotta come out of the boots. These boots are crazy, freaking hot. But that's the second screen already put on. So that way customer can see both of the screens are working perfectly and they both match. This should definitely improve their picture quality by a lot. All right, done from there. What we got for time? 43, so ain't bad. Let me see. White levels are good. I'm not worried about contrast.
Now that you can
Contrast
get-
is going to pick up.
Why
White
do you
levels are
think
very
deliver
important.
with Uber Eats? Can you eat anything you get delivered? I'd say probably.
Why? Why? The commercial doesn't make any
When I use
sense.
the little credit card, I really get double cash back. You do?
TD Bank, unexpectedly human.
All right, there we go. Just some white levels. There's no point in doing contrast on here. Screen's black. It's going to pick up a contrast though, regardless. You need to see if the white levels are going to pop. That's looking magnificent. All right, cool. Yeah, usually when I'm doing these demonstrations, like I said, we've done them so many times, it's not even funny. I know what the outcome's going to be. So, you know, if I look at it and go, yeah, we're good, and I start talking about birds or fish or whatever, I'm past it. We done. We already seen what we need to see. That's it. We got to prove anything. We're done. That's it. So some people are saying, oh, you got to take it more seriously. We are. We're done. That's it. That's how fast this stuff reacts. know how it's going to work out. Unless we bring out something new. We had this stuff for a while. We bring out something new. And we got to explain that. But this stuff, yeah, it's self-explanatory. Trying to figure out what I have for... Oh, then I want some barbecue chicken. Yeah, barbecue chicken. That's what that'd be fun. Now, where they got their screens at, they have a little bit of, they try to tone it down a little bit because they're using white screens, because they're having some problems picking up. They're not using the lighting we're using in here. What we're using in here is far brighter than what I see in the picture demonstration. So that's going to be capable. Okie dokie. Let's see. Let's have some fun with the fishies, and then where are we at right now for time? There we go. Now, keep in mind, this is the blackout cloth surface. We are sold out of the 100 inches. They're not there. This is the ones we use for 120 inch displays. That's the only ones we have available. Actually, this is the last of the 100 inches. Sorry about that. The last of the 100 inches. We don't have any more. They're actually sold out. We're going to see if we can get another supplier today, if we can find another supplier, so we can reactivate the 100 inch screens again, which I'm going to go into the website and see if we can find somebody else who has this surface that we can use. Now, like I said, this surface right here, you have two ways you can do it. You can basically staple it down to a frame if you want to, or you can just basically just go and get one of these photo backdrops and just go in and just, voila, hang it off the backdrop if you want to do it that way. So I think they're going to be more than happy with their purchase, as always. And yeah, we are done. I'm going to go upstairs, have me a bowl of cereal, and start finding my air conditioners, because woo! Man, it is going to be, it's going to be hot. It's getting hot already. Oh, what is it? Just me? Or because the dedicated theater room is darker, it's cooler in there for some reason. I don't know why. Maybe it's just me. All right, I'm done here. Hope you enjoyed the video demonstration. Thank you for your time. I got to go, and God bless. I got to do one more demonstration for the church and show them that the screen came out perfect, and that's basically about it. Hope you enjoyed. Got to go, and God bless.